that time, guys, I literally got mini heart attack. We just lost the production database. Oh, I did this wrong. That's why this causing. Yep, you so right. Yesterday, I almost messed up. I didn't messed up, but I almost messed up yesterday. I am telling this story just for learning purpose. Not for judge, not for make assumption, no nothing, but for learning purpose. Why? Because I believe a pilot is a good pilot if he can fly his plane during a turbulence. Also, a captain make a good captain if he can sail the ship through the storms. So the same as you are your best when you have a problems. So if you know how someone else solve problems, then it make help you to solve problems when that problem is become yours, right? Because if you panic and if you like if you can't think how to solve it, then it can be ended in disaster. So I'm going to share my story, so then you will learn something and it will help to solve your problem when the problem is yours. Okay, this is how it goes. So yesterday around like 10:30, 11, someone called me and said, hey, look, some production is very slow, right? So usually people tell this thing, but most of the time it's their network problem or their machine problem or something like that. But I got like two or three complaints saying production is slow. Then we little dig into that, then we realize we have two database servers. Same query in one database server run within like less than 15 seconds, but another server it take almost 30 minutes. So I mean we can't allow query to run 30 minutes on a production. So we immediately looked into that, and then we realized for some reason that database server is hitting 100% CPU, right? So when this query goes, CPU is 100%. Yes, query is bad, no doubt about it. But the problem is same query run fine, not exactly fine, but run okay in a different server, but it hit a different way in this server. Now production is suffering, they cannot release certain things on time because of this problem. Now we have to solve this problem. So there are two different ways to solve this problem. One is you look at the code and you look at the query and see where you can optimize. You can run index build and there's various things to do. Other way is you give some resources to servers temporary. So then that will help server to run and run smoothly. Why? Because I made that decision. Same query run good on one server, right? That means we can assume query has not like a bad query is not very bad, right? So therefore I decide, okay, we need to increase the resources. And then I ask customer, hey, can we wait until tonight or you need this immediately? Then he said, no, I need this immediately because we are suffering this thing. Then I approach the head of the infrastructure team, and then I said, hey, to get the budget approval, we take some time, give me 48 hours and to bump up the resources, then we can work on the budget and we can get the budget approval, get the resources to the stable level, right? So when I make the request, usually they always cooperate with me. And he said, yeah, okay, go ahead. So now what we need to do is we need to take the production down and change the instance type of the server and get the servers back up, and then start the databases and connect all the services and so, right? We have multiple stakeholders to connect into this service, these databases, because database synchronization, replicas, and so many things. So we need to make sure all the services up and connected properly. So for this, we have a very limited window. Usually each of these tasks are assigned to different teams. Like we have a DB team, and we have an infrastructure team, we have a AWS team, we have a network team, and so many teams involved. But when it comes to this type of case, this type of shotgun surgeries in my project, we call this type of thing a shotgun surgery because we have a limited window, we are bleeding to the death, and we have to very narrow time to fix it. So when this type of shotgun surgeries in my project, I prefer to do it myself. Here is why. Some people you say, no, it's bad, you have to give the responsibility to people who really belongs to, but that's true. But here's the why. So now let's say in this case, we need to get like 4 to 5 teams involved, to the network, to the firewalls, to the databases, because the IPs can change, so many things can happen. So we need to get multiple teams. So now if something goes wrong, then I have to talk to that team and ask what they have did before I fix it, because I don't know what they have done, right? Most of the time, when something goes wrong, most of them don't tell truth at the first glance, because the reason is they're scared because they did a mistake on the production. So first time they're trying to defend themselves, then only slowly truth comes. I don't have a time to do that. But if I do this myself, then I know what I have done. Then it's easy for me to fix, because if even something I did wrong, then I know I did this. That is why this is causing, so I can fix it. So then I said, I told the infrastructure team, so I'm going to do it, and I got the DBA into the call. Then I said, hey, you need to shut down the database when I said so, and then you need to take it up back when I'm ready. So we did it well. So database taken down, and I mean we announced the production downtime. So it is now everything happened like around 11:30. We got the downtime at 12, and then customer gave exact 30 minutes downtime, and then we shut down the database, and then I went and changed the instance type, and I checked all the compatibility runs and taken the back server back up, and then I asked DBA to connect to the database and start it. Then only the problem began. He said he can't connect. I was in Sri Lanka, he was in India, and he said he can't connect. Then anyway, I cannot connect to this database because I don't have a credentials, so I am not authorized to RDP to this particular database, and then so I'm stuck. Then I check his screen, but it says network level error, so he cannot connect to the database. But I can see in the AWS side, the service working properly and service up and running. Everything is healthy, or every metrics looks good. Then again, I talked to the AD administrator and said, hey, I have a problem. And so this something happened like this, and then you need to connect to this database, connect to this server, and allow DBA to connect. Then he connect to the server, he can connect, only he can connect, no one else can connect to the server now. So now everyone is getting panicked, because my PM is like surrounding me, because she keep calling from the customer saying, hey, what time is come back online, what time, so how long it take more, because I can understand, because when users stressing on the customer IT team, they are panicking and they are calling us. So then I said, okay, because give me another 10 minutes, because I don't know what's going on. So then we got into a call, and when we connect to that machine, so now still DBA cannot connect. So we try to start the database, but we can't start the database. It says database cannot validate with the Active Directory. Now we realize, okay, cool. The problem is the network communication is blocked. Then we tried the NS lookup. Then we realized the new machine, it's not a new machine technically. It's the same machine with a different CPU configuration. Cannot talk to AD to authenticate. So when we do the NS lookup, we realize it cannot talk to the DNS servers. It was unfortunate on our side. For some reason, exact downtime we had on our DB server, the exact moment, for some reason, DNS went offline. So now we manually connected to different DNS server, and then we try to start it. Now it's started, right? So still no one can connect. Then we bypass the internal authentication for a moment, and then DBA could connect, and then is the biggest drama happened. So now database SQL server is trying to start. It's starting, and it says I cannot find this database file. That time, guys, I literally got mini heart attack. I know I didn't do anything wrong, but when he go to his desktop, hard disk are missing. Only C drive is available. It doesn't have any other drives. So now what? We just lost the production database. But before I shut down the database, shut down the server, I took the snapshot. I knew if something is wrong, I can take the snapshot back and take the server up and running. But the problem is the time. I don't have time to do it, right? Because we had a 30-minute sharp downtime, and then I don't have that any more time to play the snapshot restore and all those dramas. So then when we go to disk management, we saw disk are offline. It is not detached, because at the same time I jump into the AWS and see, no, I have all the volumes, I'm safe. But when we go to the computer, we saw disks are offline. Then we took the disk back online, and then server started properly. Here's the lessons to learn, right? Similar incident, apparently when we discuss about it, what has happened when we do this retrospective, we realize this similar incident has happened before. That means when we change the instance type, we had this problem. We log a call, and then they have saying, okay, when you change instance type, it reaches the DNS. I don't know why, because I don't know why DNS are tied to CPUs and memories. We didn't change the OS, we didn't change anything, we just changed instance type to make sure I have a more CPU and memory. I get it, technically we get the different instance, different VM, and technically speaking, but why it is reset my DNS configuration? It's wrong, right? So what our problem was, when the last time they give that answer, we stopped there. Okay, if you are saying so, you're fine, we'll do it. No, you have to question. If you know exactly how DNS work, how network configuration, you have to question, okay, if that is your nature, give us a solution. Why? Because when someone change the instance type, how I can log into the server back to reset it again? So anyway, so there are two lessons to learn here for you guys. One, if you see a problem, don't get panic, right? Because everyone else counting on you, right? Your junior team, your PMs, your managers, and your customer managers, end users, everyone counting on you. When they realize you panicked, then they get scared. Because you're the only person they have to go. Now you are panicked. Now what, to whom they are going to say, right? So don't get panicked. Analyze what you have done step by step. Understand, did you do anything wrong? If you do anything wrong, don't scared to accept it. Oh, I did this wrong. That's why this causing. Go and fix it, right? So because most important thing is not why you did wrong, right? But the most important thing is how fast we can get back online. So when next time have a problem, remember this story. These things can happen. This is very coincident. We turned down the database, same time DNS went offline. Very coincident, but can happen, right? Don't get panic. Cooperate with everyone, and then work as a team. So then we can get it done. In my case, if I didn't go to, because very first time when I see that error, I even didn't try to resolve it. I even didn't try to debug it, what happened. I just call data center administrators and the AD administrator, because I can't do anything. It's no point of wasting my time and entire people's time by trying to solve the problem my own. There is no rule saying all the problem you have to solve. What important is get the right people who can solve the problem, and then you can do. So those are the two lessons. One, don't get panic. Two, find the right people to solve the problem, and then they will help you to solve the problem. Then work as a team. So, did I mess up? No, right? Talk to you soon again.